All right, good morning, everyone. Let's begin with our class today. Okay, so I hope everyone is doing well. So today, hi Tarvina, welcome. Good morning, Tashmita. Hi, good morning. All right, Li Hong, hope your grandfather is better. Everything is fine with everyone. Sadly, our lockdown is going to be continued. All right. So we don't know until when school will be reopened. It looks like it's going to be a long lockdown for schools. All right. So today we are going to do writing. Okay, there are a few things that we are going to cover. So your objective for today would be you are going to summarize the main points and explain key details of a story in 50 to 70 words. All right. Hi, cluster. Hi, Aiden. Cluster is now Fal, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Hi, Kaikin. All right. For reading, you'll be able to understand the main points in longer text on an increased range of familiar topics by answering 4 true, false statements. Okay? Right. So, how do you know you're successful? You're able to identify the main ideas to help write the summary. And then you identify supporting details in the story so that you can leave them out from your writing. And then you write your summary using the main points between 50 to 70 words only. And then for reading, as usual, this is the same thing over and over again. You underline keywords in the question and reading text so that you can determine if the 4 statements are true and false because you have underlined the keywords. All right. Okay, so this is in your textbook, page 52. For those who have textbook, for those who don't have, it's okay. Hi, Eng. Thank you for coming, Teacher Eng. All right, so in your textbook, page 52, you have the learning focus box, right? So you are going to organize how to organize a story, right? On Wednesday, you have to write a story. So today we are just going to talk about it. We're going to look at structure and so on. Once you are comfortable with that, only on Wednesday we will write a story. Hi, morning, Ruth. Okay, so I think all of you knows we have listened to stories since we were a young kid. Okay, from kindergarten, our parents tell us stories. Okay, or we read on our own. So stories always have beginning, middle, and end. Most stories. Okay, and hi, Benjamin. The beginning of a story introduces and describes the people, okay, place and time of a story. This one is the normal story, not going into a complicated plot. This is the normal plot of a story, how the story goes. So beginning, you introduce, you describe people, you give the place and time, right? And then the middle section of the story, you tell about the action, the things that happen to the people or the place, right? And then continue with the middle section, you have several paragraphs so that you can give more details. When you describe more action means you're giving more details. All right, so this is where you include something surprising, something unexpected, okay? To give the drama to your story before you come to the end of the story where the events or the actions, all right, are explained, or the interesting part is you leave the reader with a question or a mystery. So that means the ending isn't solved, all right? It doesn't give you a closure, but it makes you think what happened, all right? That kind of story. So I think you have no questions on how to organize a story. You have the beginning, and then the middle part is the most important part where it tells actions, events, description, and so on, and then the ending. All right, 3 parts of a story. Okay, yes, Li Hong, give suspense. Right, yeah, correct. Okay, so for activity A, if you look in your textbook, for those who have textbook, look at your textbook. You have these words in the yellow box, which they call the yellow word bank. You have the word suddenly, in the end, meanwhile, Once upon a time, at first, it all started. What do you call these words or these phrases when you are writing? What is the term that we use? Anyone can guess? You don't have to guess. I think most of you know what it is. What are these called? No answer. Everyone's still sleeping. Open speeches, connectors, all right? Open speeches, clusters say. No, if you say suddenly, in the end, suddenly I saw an accident. Or in the end, everyone was happy, right? Meanwhile, they went shopping, right? Once upon a time, there lived a very sad teacher. At first, right, they did this. It all started, right? These are all known as sentence connectors, right? Sentence connectors, sentence that the phrases that tells you the flow of the story. Okay, right? Because you need this when you are either when you are speaking or you're writing, you need this so that people can follow your flow of thought, your train of thoughts in a more organized manner. All right, so these are very important whether you are speaking or whether you are writing. Okay, sadly many of you didn't submit your speaking task to me because I really listen to what you say and give you feedback. All right, then we look at activity. You use the words, the yellow words just now, which is this one. All right, suddenly, in the end, meanwhile, once upon a time, at first, it all started. To complete, all right, sentences in activity A, right? Okay, so number one, there was a beautiful princess named Louisa. Louise. There should be a full stop, not a comma there. I'm sorry. So there was a beautiful princess named Louise. Can you guess which one of these sentence connectors would go? Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Louise. Okay, why once upon a time? Why not suddenly there was a beautiful princess Louise? Or meanwhile, there was a beautiful princess named Louise. Why? I'm very curious. Why not at first? There was a beautiful princess named Louise. Wow, don't ask for it, Lee Hong. Once upon a time, I got COVID-19. Why once upon a time? Why not other? Because it's a story, fictional. Hi, Nushin. Okay. Shania. Sounds like a fairy tale. Son of FND say that. I forgot his name again. He told me she told me his or her name. Right. Eiffel, right, Eiffel. My daughter reminded me your name. Eiffel, right. Because it's only once. Because it's a story. It's normally, yes, right. It's normally how a story starts. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Louise. All right, next one. A few years ago on the first day of summer. What do you think the answer would be? A few years ago on the first day of summer. Few years ago on the first day of summer, it all started a few years ago. Why it all started? Not meanwhile, a few years ago on the first day of summer. Once upon a time, a few years ago, on the first day of summer. Morning, Chan Chan Fong. Right. it all started. Okay, they gave specific days. Yeah, Li Hong, a few years ago, right? Because of a few years ago, right? You need it all started. I'm not sure of the answer. Number 3, she thought she was still asleep. Once upon a time, she thought she was still asleep. Excellent. Chan Fong, Satish, Benjamin, good. At first, she thought she was asleep. Right. At first. Good. So far, so good. Morning. Banu Sina must be somebody else, this one. Right. Yes, Tarina, good. Chan Fong, Ruth, yes. Wei Chun, hi. Okay. Right, what about number 4? There was a bang. Li Hong, why are you talking about COVID-19 and being dead? Right, suddenly there was a bang. You know, the for you to know when suddenly is because of the exclamation mark, right? At the end, there was a bang to give you the impact of what's happening. Suddenly there was a bang, right? Okay, you cannot be at first, there was a bang. You cannot be like, right, okay. Number 5, the others were still looking for a way out. The others were still looking for a way out. Okay, right. Eiffel, Benjamin. Okay, sibling craft, good. Banu, Satish, Hoiwan, excellent. Right, you all are good. Wonderful, awesome, yes. Right? And then nobody won the prize. I'm not going to ask because they only left one more answer. Right? So you can see that all of you got your answer right. So once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Louise. It all started a few years ago at the first day of summer. At first, she thought she was still asleep. Suddenly, there was a bang. Meanwhile, the others were still looking for a way out. In the end, nobody won the prize. Okay? So all of you did very well. Good. Congratulations for being awake on Monday early morning. Let's continue with activity B. Now you have to read the instructions and questions in activity B and underline the key words. So this is the instruction. Read the writing task below and answer the question about it in your notebooks. And the task is your English teacher has asked you to write a story. Your story must have this title, A True Mystery, 100 words, very little, right? So what are the keywords there? And then the questions are, has the teacher given the first line of the story? What does your story need to be about? I do not want you to answer the question first. I want you to indicate what are the keywords in this task from your English teacher up to the question. Okay? What are the keywords that are important for you to be able? The story of where did my father place his car keys? Right. Li Hong and Eiffel, I will come to whatever you are questioning later in a later part of the lesson. All right. Yeah. What words are important? What words are important here? Story, right, Aiden? A true mystery, good. Right, cluster, story, mock, write a story. Ruth, a true story. Well, if you want to write a true story, Ruth, there'll be a big problem because some of us are very unlucky. We don't ever encounter a true mystery story, right? Okay. Right, story, true mystery. Right, Chan Chan Fong, T German, good. Okay, what about the questions? 100 words. Yes, 100 words are also important. Stories are fictional. A true mystery, right, Tasmita? Okay, any more? Story, 100 words. Yes, Banu. Any more? True murder mystery. Wow, Benjamin, I know your name is Overkill. A true mystery. No Sherlocks. A true mystery. Good. Well, you all are missing quite important words. That is the reason. You see, when you read your task and you don't underline very important words in your question, you always overlook a lot of things. You must be very, very careful. Okay? Because you take things for granted. You just read and say, oh, okay, I'm going to write a mystery. That's it. Okay, title. Yes, the title is important. You must have the title. Correct. The title is a true mystery. Okay. Murder mystery doesn't have to be a murder mystery cluster. It can be any kind of mystery. What about the question? Has the teacher given the first line of the story? Okay, what are important there? What is important there in that question? Yeah. Yes, Eiffel. Has the teacher given the first line? Yes. Right? So I'm not asking for the answer, Li Hong. I'm saying what are the keywords? Okay, title, line, right? Excellent. The first line, yes, Benjamin. Right, Mock. Very good. What about second question? What does your story need to be about? What are the important keywords there? Okay, story need to be about. Yes, Li Hong, correct. Okay, so let's look at what are the important things. First of all, write a story. Write a story. You need to know that you need to write a story and then must have the title. The title need to be there, a true mystery, and the 100 words are given. They ask you to write 100 words, so you write about 100 words. The second thing is in the questions. Has teacher given first line story? Okay. And the second one, what's the story about? That you need to know. Okay. Very good, all of you who has written all the answers there. Okay, all correct. So what is the answer for number one? Has the teacher given the first line of the story? Did the teacher give the first line of the story? Do you think that the teacher given the first line of the story? Why she's so lazy, Li Hong, right? Yeah, I also wonder why she's so lazy. Satish, the teacher has given the first line of the story. Satish, can you tell me what is the first line of the story? Tarvina say no, but Satish say yes. I want to know what's the first line of the story, Satish. Can you just let me know? Chan Chan said no. I'm waiting for someone to. Srin say no. Kong Chong say no. No, no, no. I'm waiting for Satish. Okay, Satish, there is a difference between first line and a title. Okay? Yeah, Satish. She has given a title, but she didn't give the first line. Right? Okay, good. Right? So, no, she or he, I don't know who the teacher is. No, she or he hasn't given at all. Right? What about what does your story need to be? Yeah, right, Tarvina, a true mystery. Exactly. That is what the story need to be about. Story about a mystery. Good. A girl was walking home one day. What should your story be about? A true mystery. So you're going to write a mystery, a mystery story. True. That's all. Okay. A mystery. That's all you're going to write, which you will write on Wednesday. Right. Now, before I continue, right, I need to remind all of you who are you're in Form 3, right? Okay. I need to tell you this. Understanding classroom instruction, okay, is very, very important because it's part of your curriculum, understanding classroom instruction. What that means is a classroom instruction can be a spoken when you're doing a listening test. Whatever you listen from the audio is an instruction, whether you understand and able to answer your question. Or when you are doing a speaking lesson, a speaking test, your assessor asks you question and you answer, or your assessor tell you read for 45 seconds or read, think about it for 15 seconds or whatever, okay, you would be actually fulfilling the curriculum requirement that you need to do, which is understanding classroom instruction. Okay. Now, for writing and for reading, your classroom instruction, understanding instruction is in your rubrics. Okay, what the instruction asks you to do, you need to follow. Many of you, because all of you always do a lot of exercise after exercise, especially PT3 format exercise and exercise, you always think that the instruction is the same. Now, if I am an examiner and I want to see whether you understand classroom instruction or not, I will change the rubrics. Now, most of you don't read rubrics. You know, part 1 is objective, 8 questions, you just do it. Part 2 would be, I think, if I'm not, error correction, right? Part 3, information transfer. Now, if I want to trick all of you to see whether you understand classroom instruction or not, I would change the instruction from, okay, complete the information transfer, not more, for each blank, not more than 2 words. And you always assume that it's not more than 5 words or not more than 3 words because you always do the so-called latih to be. So you better be careful, right? Because in the KSSM CFR-aligned curriculum, understanding classroom instructions are very, very important. Okay, so always read the rubrics no matter how many times of practice you have done, because they can change the instruction anytime they like. So this is my advice to you, free advice, to all of you who are learning, always read. Now you know why I always ask you to underline keywords in the task, in anything that you do, because it will help you focus, oh, this is what I need to do. No point doing exercise after exercise after exercise without reading the instruction and rubrics. All right, I hope that helps everyone. Always read all instructions and rubrics in any exercises, test papers, anything. All right, okay, let's continue. Okay, so you have done that excellently well. Okay, if you got questions, you can ask me. It's not a problem. Yes, right. So, Activity C. You have 4 paragraphs in activity C. You have to put them in the correct order. Now, in the bracket, it says, remember the information you have read in the learning focus box, which was the first thing, the introduction that I have explained to you about organizing a story. So those with the textbook, you can go back and look at the learning focus, all right, where it tells you what you should have in the beginning of the story, where you introduce characters, the place, the time. And then the middle part of the story is the action, the event, and then you put suspense in it, right? And then the ending. It can be resolved, it can be a mystery, right? So that is what the learning focus box is about. So you have these 4 paragraphs in activity C and you need to put them in the correct order. Now, like usual, I don't really bother how you got what the answers are. I'm really bothered on what words and phrases that helped you put them in the correct order, because that is very important. What is the clues in that text tells you this story, this part comes first, then this part, then this part. All right. So for those who don't have the book, it's okay. I have it here. This is the first A. All right. You look at A. Molly looked at the cat and read the name on its collar. Yes, it was Toby, the cat that belonged to her when she was 6 years old. Her old phone number was on the collar, right? And then you have B. Molly was walking home from school one day. It was a bright, sunny day, and Molly, a tall, clever girl from Manchester, was relaxed and she was thinking about the weekend. Okay? And then suddenly, Molly started to run. She was scared. Toby can't be here. No, because Toby is dead. He died 10 years ago. Right? And then before Molly turned into a street, a cat suddenly appeared in front of her. It was a beautiful white cat. All right, a lot of you given the answer BDAC, like I say, like. Sorry, cluster if it's lagging, all right. Where am I? Okay, so can you please tell me if you say B was the first part that should come the beginning of the story, why? Why is B? Why is B the first one? Why not A? Why not C? Why not D? That's more important to me. Why? B, because it was a bright, sunny day. Right, Tarvina, it gives you the place, the setting of the place, right? Okay. But I would like to know what other words let you know that it is the first part of the story. Okay, right, Mark, you introduced the story. Yes, the phrase one day, correct? Excellent, Mark Boy 1. Walking from home, the cat hasn't yet appeared. Yeah, you are just introducing. Yes, Chan 4. One day is mentioned. Yingling, yes. Beginning, one bright sunny day. Okay, was thinking about the weekend, right, Melia? Very good. Yes, Lee Hong, walking from home from school, because it was, yes, I felt exactly. If you look at the learning focus, because it was describing people and places. And also introduce you the character, which was Molly, right? Was talking about Molly, giving a description about Molly, where she was. Okay, good. Right. So if you think B was the first one and you've given me the reason why B is the first one, most of you chose the answer D. All right. D, before Molly turned. Why that is the second? Why not A? Why not C? Yes, Leon. Yes, Zizin. Molly was working from home. It tells that it's an introduction. Yes, very good. Same with you, Li Hong. Excellent. Can you tell me why the second one, most of you choose D, before Molly turned into her street? Why not? A or C? It was describe an action because Molly was from Manchester, okay, because the meeting of the cat would be the first. Right, Eiffel, because you are introducing the secondary character, the next character, which is the cat. So the B doesn't talk about the cat. D, suddenly you are introduced to the cat. Right? Very good. Okay, I understand what you're saying, Eiffel. All right. Kong Chung, I like the way you think. Looking at A, C, and D, D would be the best answer. All right. Okay. Because it's a before action, right? Exactly, the word before. It is a sentence connected to B, to flow, right? Meeting a cat suddenly. Yes, Darvina, good. What about, then you all chose, after you all chose B and D, all of you chose A. Why A and not C? Why A and not C? What was the words there that tells you that it should be, the third part should be A and not C? All right, I felt she did another action when after she saw the cat. Right, before deciding on taking action, studying and preparing is the essential. Okay, she looked at the cat before she started to run. All right, okay, because Zizin, you're looking at C. C, she ran. A, she hasn't run. So you cannot run then touch the cat or look at the cat, right? Okay, I get your flow of thought. All right, what she do when she saw the cat? Yes, Hoiwan, what she did when she saw the cat is because it's something, right? More information about the cat. Exactly. Good, Ruth. Right? Excellent. Okay. So if all of you choose B, D, A, so C would be the last one. Okay. So let's see if your answers are correct. All right. So the one that I have changed the font into blue is the one to help you realize that these are the important words to tell us the sequence of the story. So B would be the first one, and then all of you are right, then go to D, then A, then C. Okay, right. You see, all of you, when you are given paragraphs like that, you know how to arrange it because B gives you introduce you the character, the place, the setting. D and A is the middle part of the story that tells you the action, the description, something that is suspense, full of suspense. And then C is the conclusion that is actually not resolved. We only know that Molly ran away because actually Toby was a dead cat, but he was there. So what did she see? It's a question mark. This is an example of a true mystery because we do not know at all. Okay? Right. So you are all right. Excellently done. All right. Give yourself a pat at the back for doing a great job, for giving all the important keywords that you have given just now in the chat box. Excellent. Wonderful. Right. So in activity D, you have to read the story again. Okay? You always have to remember when you want to answer true false statements, you have to underline the keywords in the statements and in the story to help get accurate answers. Okay? Good, Li Hong. Clapping for yourself. So read the example story. Okay? So these are the 4 statements. Right? Read the example story again and write true or false. First of all, what are the keywords? The girl is scared of cats. First of all, is girl, who is Molly. Is she scared of cats? So that is something important for you to find out. Scared. Is she scared of what? Cats. So these are the keywords, cat, cats. Has Molly hasn't written about the girl hasn't written about a mystery, right? She hasn't written about a mystery. False, false, no. Why are you raging about dislikes? Okay, then number one, many of you have given the answers. Let's check later. Number three, knew that Toby was dead. Did the girl knew that Toby was dead? Okay. So the keywords there, knew Toby dead. I don't know if Toby was dead. Then the last one, Toby was 10 when he died. The keyword is Toby 10 died, meaning he was 10 years old when he died. So number one, Kongchen, right, false, false, true, false. All right, Aiden, number one, false. Also number one, false. Tarvina, right. Number two, true. Aiden, number two, true. Okay, right. Why somebody just like? It doesn't matter, cluster. Who cares? People dislike the video. It doesn't matter. Right, the false because Molly had a pet cat before. All right, good, Nushin. Okay, excellent. Right. Okay, good. All right, Eiffel, false, false, true, false. Right. So you're all correct. Okay. Now, don't forget this thing in yellow when you are answering reading comprehension. This is very important. Okay. Excellent. Keep up the good work. Now, your writing task, you need to write a short summary in your own words of the main points in the story that you have read. Okay? Now, when you want to write a summary, you need to focus on the main events and leave out the description of the characters. For example, adjective that describes Molly, and also the secondary details like before Molly turned into her street. These are all not important when you are writing a summary. Okay? What's important is you just get the main ideas. So can you just list down what are the main ideas that are important in the example story? I'm going to go back for those who don't have the, this part. So can you give me the main ideas of the story? What you think the main ideas are? No, you don't have any homework to do except copy your exercises in your text exercise book or paper, whatever your teacher will ask you to do, right? Okay, is the cat that goes on me? I don't know, Eiffel. Right now, what we are looking at is what are the main ideas of the story. For this story, what are the main ideas? For you to write a summary of 50 to 70 words. Manchester girl named Molly saw a black cat, saw the collar, ran like crazy. All right, Lee Hong, I don't think in Manchester is important. Is describing about Molly, that's not important. Nushin is a mystery, a creepy cat. What's the main idea? Leaving a cliffhanger for yes, Eiffel. Leaving a cliffhanger, right? You're all not doing the task. I'm asking what are the main ideas of the story. Only Lee Hong has done it. Okay, Chuntan, Molly met with a cat that already died when she was walking home from school. All right? Yes, exactly. She met with a cat already dead. That was supposed to be dead, but was alive. Any more? Molly was so surprised to see that Toby is still alive. Right, it's about a girl meeting her dead cat but alive, and she was confused and ran. Right, okay, Lee Hong, a true cat mystery. Yes, Kong Chun. Molly was scared when she saw her dead cat and was scared. Repeating that same sentence, Eiffel, meet a cat, Molly walking home, saw a beautiful cat, black cat, rat, the collar started running. Yes, Benjamin, but a beautiful black, you don't need that. You don't need the adjective describing a cat when you're writing a summary. All these adjectives that gives more details are left out in a summary. Girl named Molly saw a black cat. Alright. Nushin, a girl saw the collar match her previous cat, realized that it was dead a long time ago and ran away. Okay, good. If I was Molly, I would be like, it was a mystery. Right. Excellent. Wonderful. Wonderful. Right. Wonderful. Awesome. Okay, let me just show you how I've written it, okay, so that you get an idea. Okay, so a sample summary is like one day Molly thinking about the weekend as she was walking. One day Molly was, I forgot my verb. Molly was thinking about the weekend as she was walking home from school. Then a cat appeared in front of her. She read the name on its collar. It was Toby. Toby was a cat that belonged to her when she was 6 years old. Her old phone number was on the collar. Molly was afraid and started to run because Toby died 10 years ago. Alright, so from that, this is how you write a summary in one paragraph. I would like to indicate there is a mistake. One day Molly was thinking about the weekend as she was walking home. I miss out my verb to be was. Okay, as usual, we always do error because I didn't edit my work. This is what happens when you don't edit your work. Any questions so far? So this is a sample of the summary. Okay, we are coming to an end. Today you will be very happy that I didn't give you any work, but up to your class school English language teacher if she wants or he wants you to do the summary in your book. My students would have to do that in their exercise book, right? Okay, what have you learned today? All right, I've noticed one thing, all of you are coming up with interesting mystery questions on the chat. Please put that in practice on Wednesday. Okay. So what have you learned today? That's the question. What have you learned today? I've heard that cats do have more than one life. I don't know. Is that what you learned today? How to write? All right, Chan Chan Fong, how to write a story? Good. I know how to write summary. Okay, Satish. All right. Sentence connectors. Very good. Son of Muhammad 73 or daughter of Muhammad 73 or child. All right. Can have. Okay. Right. How to write summary? Organizing. Very good. How to write a summary. How to write a summary. Summary is basically just taking out all the details. Find keywords, right, Kai Kin? How to write a story, how to write a summary. Okay, very good, Lee Hong. You have learned how to identify paragraphs suitable for writings with sentence connectors. Exactly. Very good. Summary, keywords. Okay. Yes, Tanyi, reading classroom instruction is very, very important. Exactly. Of all that, yes, that is also important. Right. Any more? Anyone? Okay. Nothing? Basically that. All right. So for the coming lesson, which is on Wednesday, all right, I would love if you all come prepared with a story. This is just, do you want to submit your story to me? Then I will do what I need to do. That means you can upload your essay to me. right? Or you want to write it to your teacher, because you know what, you need to practice writing. All of you have not been writing for a long time, right? Not the summary, I'm talking about Wednesday class. All right, it's a writing lesson. You need to write. Many of you, like I said, during this MCO, you all are not writing. So please write, because I do take time reading or going through all the things that you have submitted to me. I do, right? So please do that. And I'm sure you have no questions most of the time. If you have questions, yeah, typing is different, Eiffel, than writing. Okay, you can write, you can snapshot, whatever. Okay, so what do you need in order to help you write better? This is my question to all of you, so that I can help you on Wednesday. What do you need in order to help you write better? An example of the title of the writing is a true mystery. Banu, we are going to go into that on Wednesday. All right, so what do you need in order to help you write better? Okay, all right. Okay, anyone? Anyone? All right, Benjamin, it's no problem. You have a lot of homework from Google Classroom. Okay, no problem. Yes, I create questions. What do you need in order to help you write better? Nobody wants any help on how to write better. Okay, fine. So the next lesson would be on Wednesday at the same time, right? So on Wednesday, the same time is your writing lesson. So hope to see you all on Wednesday. So that's all from me. Take care and have a nice week. Do whatever you can do, and you can always reach out to me through English classes, right? So that's it.